Joining me now is Texas Congressman Roger Williams. He's a member of the House Financial Services Committee. Congressman, thank you so much for being here. Your thoughts on how this plays out in the Senate? Will we have a bill on the president's desk by July 4th that is going to be superficially modified, or is the Senate going to try to go for some really deep spending cuts?
Well, I think we'll have a bill by July 4th. I mean, the fact of the matter is we passed the bill out of the House. I voted for it. It's not perfect. But 75 million people told Donald Trump when they elected him, hey, I want tax cuts. I want less regulations. I want 100% expensing. I want border. I want to give the military a raise. And those are the things that the reason I voted for. That's what my district wants. I mean, you got people that want to, cut expenses, which I totally want to do. But we also have to cash flow. And we cut taxes. We cash flow America. We create more taxpayers, create more businesses. And create more opportunities. So I hope the Senate will take a hard look at it and compromise a little bit so we can deliver to the people what they wanted when they elected Donald Trump in November.
And that's the thing. The CBO has a very low estimate on growth, so you don't necessarily see how the math shakes out there with respect to the cuts, the tax cuts and the spending cuts and how each is going to be paid for. But when you look at a higher growth rate, you see that actually these tax cuts could be very stimulative for the economy and take us to the next level. There's $1.6 trillion in the House version, but some are saying maybe the Senate could get it to about $2 trillion in spending cuts. Is that enough?
Well, I think anytime you get a cut, that's good. But when you cut taxes, as you know, Jackie, you create more taxpayers. You create more opportunity. I chair the Small Business Committee. When I travel around the country, people want to know they're ready for their tax cut. They want that money in their hand. They want to spend it. They don't save it. They spend it. It's called entrepreneurship. It's called capitalism, and it works. And we need to deliver on that all the time, working to cut expenses. But we cannot forget cash flow in America is what generates jobs.
Yeah, and we've seen it before. Meantime, the House Rules Committee is set to discuss 3 bills codifying President Trump's executive orders next week. Congressman, what can you tell us about these rescission packages?
Well, one of them is great. I mean, one of them is Congressman Finstad has got a bill that says that if you're a sanctuary city, you can't have an SBA office. I mean, that stands to reason. I think that's great legislation. And then we have another one from Congressman Van Dyne on our committee that says, new concept, Jackie, you got to be a citizen before you deal with the SBA, before you get loans. Why would a non-citizen who was here for whatever reason be able to take money from Main Street America, a small business owner that want to get started? We've got about 10 bills that are circulating between rules and the floor from the Small Business Committee that are going to do wonders for Main Street America. I couldn't be more excited about it.
Yeah. And then we look at some of the other stuff the president is doing. DOGE cuts so far up to $175 billion, and also anticipated tariff revenue. All of these things will work together with the big, beautiful bill, with the growth that is forecasted to, make America great again. That was the objective.
Well, no, that's right. It's about jobs, and people are ready to, America was built, Jackie, on risk and reward. We need to get back to that. Main Street America has plenty of entrepreneurs that want to take a risk. Our community banks are being freed up with some of the regulations we've cut for them so they don't have to deal with big government. They can deal with small business. We got things going, and I appreciate my friends over in the Senate. I agree with a lot of the things they agree to, but we got to do what the people want. 75 million people said, I want lower taxes, I want less government, I want opportunity, I want to see America great again. Let's get it on.
Yeah. And the House Small Business Committee is going to hold a budget hearing with Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler on Wednesday. Congressman, you chair that committee. What can we expect out of that? Small business is the backbone of this country's economy.
Well, Kelly Loeffler's doing a fantastic job with the SBA. I have oversight of the SBA with her, and Senator Ernst over in the Senate is working as a partnership, as a team. And we're doing great things. She's going to come talk before the committee, the full committee, this week, talk about the things she's doing, talk about her vision. But it all generates back to small business. 99% of the businesses in America are small businesses, Jackie. 75% of the workforce, 75% of the payroll generated by small business. They're ready to go, and we're going to have a great hearing with her this week, talk about the future, and get the SBA back on track. So it's the Small Business Administration, not something that's out there registering, electioneering, trying to register liberal voters.
Also included in the big, beautiful bill is more money to secure our southern border, which has been a huge problem in this country. At the same time, you've got the president and the administration intensifying visa crackdowns on Chinese national students that are studying at American universities. Maria spoke with DHS Secretary Kristi Noem about Harvard's ties with China and the Communist Party. Watch this.
They've allowed their students to participate in activities that are paramilitary activities and supported them and feeding information back to our enemy, which is Communist China. In fact, even the leader, Xi Jinping, of China's daughter has a degree from Harvard. And hundreds of thousands of these foreign students have come into our country. And our universities have facilitated it because they pay full tuition. They've taken away opportunities from our American students. Harvard has talked a game to where now they say they want to comply with the requirements of our foreign student programs. They absolutely have not. They have not followed the rules of the program, the vetting processes of these students, giving us the information on their criminal background checks, what they may have done to break the law in their country or here or promote violence on campus, and they won't comply. Therefore, they will not get to participate. These ties to China are deeply alarming, and they're not just Harvard. There's other universities. We're going through every single one of them.
Congressman, whether it comes to the southern border, whether it comes to students coming to our universities, the president wants to take a closer look at who is coming into this country because it really can have long-term consequences. Your reaction?
Well, I think he's doing the right thing. I mean, and from Texas, I've been living with the border my whole life. We're finally securing the border. But, we let people attack our border. We let people attack our schools. They've invaded it for all the wrong reasons. Harvard's got all the money in the world, but they don't play by the rules. So I think we're doing the right thing. We need to make sure we're allowing people in our great universities that want to learn and want to do something great for our country rather than to destroy it. So I think the president's totally right. I support him on the border issue and our higher education issue.
Congressman Roger Williams, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you this morning.
Thank you, Jackie.